One of the greatest things about PUBG Mobile is showing off your vertical. Why don't you give us a look at your vert, buddy? How high can you get up? Woo-hoo-hoo! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I hope you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushka, and today I want to take you through an exercise. I did a video for PUBG Mobile, it's not out for a bit yet, called Training for PUBG Mobile. And this is, I really talked about the focus that you give yourself at the start of the game. And you should be doing this. It helps to keep it fresh, particularly when the games are as long as they are and you play a few of them in a row. It's very, very difficult to keep your focus throughout the course of a very, very long game. And the mental exercise I gave myself with this game, now this is TPP. We're nearly at Ace now, crowned something on the Asia server. And the thing I wanted to do solo versus squad was think my way through the game and play very, very smart rather than just be stupidly audacious and aggressive. And I'm running into a bloke here. And the really interesting thing for me this game was I was off, man. I was shooting so badly in this game. I'm going to show you the evidence of it too. I'm going to let you see it. Like normally I'm pretty solid, especially with a Car 98. But what happened this game was I just really came off second best in so many engagements because I wasn't firing on all cylinders. And you get that some days. So it was even more important for me to play smart and play clever football kind of thing, to actually use the field, to move around the map and position myself well. And I was super patient with this as well. And I didn't want to just be passive either. But like I'm looking at that, that's a squad. There's 2 people in that squad. There's at least one more and I can see him coming from the southwest. I just saw him flash across that hill there. But I don't know if there's 4. So what I'm going to do is boost up. And then I'm just going to wait and see if he buys that I've bailed. And I'll have a crack at him. To do that, I'm just getting down behind cover. There he is. Now, I am thinking the whole time here. Because I told you this was an exercise in mental awareness. And I wanted to be sure that's 3 out of a possible 4. If he's got a 4th member there and I open up on him and I miss him and I don't kill him or even grievously wounds me, then suddenly it is 2 on 1. Now here comes a bot. I'm just going to let the bot just come on in. I'm going to let this guy think that the bot is the bloke who killed all his other mates. I don't know if his buddies are with him in Discord. I don't know if they're using game chat. I don't know if they're aware of who it was that actually killed them. But whatever the case may be, it makes it far more likely if a bot's running around here that he thinks there is no one left. So he's going to come over and I can see, there's a 4th member up the top. Bloody glad I waited. We feast him up, we thirst him up, we finish him off. And the 4th guy, I wait for him as well. He never turns up. I'm like, you know what? That's cool. You do whatever you got to do. I'm just going to be here if you need me. He never turns up. We just loot all his friends' gear and eventually ride off into the sunset. Now, a big part about the way I played this game is some of the tactical stuff I do, particularly on Miramar. I'm a big, big believer in vehicles on Miramar. So I know the map pretty well now. I've played it for quite some time and I know where I want to be. I look at the circle. I decide that's a really good spot for me, particularly if I'm in a solo versus squad match. There's a few really nice geological formations. The terrain suits me. So I'm going to jump in a vehicle a little bit further down here and bust out to the very, very center of the circle. Now, I'm not being super passive. I'm just not, running around like an idiot. I'm actually playing the game as intelligently and thoughtfully as I can. So I've got some meds, I've looted up there, I've jumped in the car, and I've marked off a way big mountain in the middle of the map, a mesa, a plateau in the middle of the map, in the middle of the circle. And that's what we're going to hit right now. A big part of my success on Miramar, and I play mostly Miramar and Vikendi, solos versus squad TPP, is that I jump in cars and I know the map. So I basically put myself in situations where if the map moves to XYZ, I've got the best possible overlook on it. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. This is a spot that you can see is way out in the middle of the open. And another big part of this is if you're in a car and you're in one of these wide open parts of Miramar, you can see the size of the view that you have. It's very, very hard for someone to sneak up on you either in another vehicle or just running along the edge of the road. So I like doing this because it minimizes the risk that I'm going to actually get snuffed by some random headshot as I drive through an urban area. And I can see that there's people behind me. That's fine. I'm not interested. I know exactly where I'm going. I've marked it on the map like from 5Ks away and driven all the way here. There's a little depression in the ground just underneath on this side where you can hide a car behind it. Here we go on the left. Jump out, and we're up and on top of the ridge and loving life. No one around. There's a bloke running along the other side of the map there. And I'm going to take this engagement because, as I said, I'm not being super passive and I'm shooting terribly. I mean, look at this shot. I missed so many of these shots in this game. And admittedly, it was early morning. It was my first game of the day. Hadn't warmed up, hadn't done anything. And it's just as well that I was being clever about it because we finally get a hit there. I don't know what he's got, but he's got something massive because he hits me in the chest and takes nearly all my health. So I'm thinking he's got like an orm or something. But again, we're playing smart, we're playing clever. We're not going to go bother getting that. We're not interested. And I've seen where I want to go next. You'll see there's a ridge just down to my northwest here. What I want to do is take my car, get behind the ridge, and just see what happens. And again, this is a wide open, big field, a big sandy field, and allows me to do all kinds of cool things in terms of overlook in third person. Like I'm going to be very, very sincere about this. I think this is a bad mechanic. I don't like exploiting it, but everyone else in the map is doing that, so why not? I also carry a few bandages with me in these kind of situations because bandages are cheap. You can use bandages and boosts to get up where you wouldn't have to use a med kit, and it saves you resources, which I think is really, really important. And again, I can't stress enough how crap I was firing in this game in terms of weaponry. I wasn't hitting the side of a barn. Like, I couldn't throw it in the ocean if I was standing on the shoreline. Now, there is someone there. He is sneaking up on a person that is on the left, and that's a long way away. I'm not guaranteed. I know that I'm not feeling it. I'm not hitting my shots. So there is no way I am going to engage that guy. I mean, I'm abundantly clear to me so far that I am firing no good. Like, if I was on the shooting range, I'd send myself to the sin bin for 10 minutes. There he goes. Now, he is looking at people as well, but I'm not going to crest that ridge line. Just checking out who's firing over here. I mean, watch this. Target running sideways. Running sideways. I cannot hit. I just can't hit him. Anyway, whatever. I mean, it's embarrassing, but, you get good days and bad days. So I'm not going to just show you the good stuff. And I think it just makes the way I play this game all the more important. Field position has been everything for me. I've only got 4 kills, 11 left alive, but I've got my car with me. I've got decent gear, and I still haven't shot that guy. That is the opportunity, because I figure he is trying to sneak up on the guy over there. That is good news for me. I would love for those two to get involved. I've hit him once, I've pulled him up, and I hear footsteps very shortly. Get a nice headshot in on that dude. There's the footsteps. So I've headshot that guy, I've hit that guy. They both know they're there. I figure I can sneak out here. I can get a nice clear in on him. I just knock him, and then I go back behind. And this has worked out absolutely beautifully for me. Have a look at that. His squad mate is now over here just underneath me. He can't revive him. I'm still inside the circle. He's crawling around. He's desperate. I've got a car with me. I'm behind a massive ridge line. There's a bunch of dudes on the far end of the map who want to kill each other. Everything is coming up beautifully as far as I'm concerned. You can see that there's a bunch of guys over there to my west. In fact, there's some smoke. And watch this. Watch this. Miss. Finally hit a shot. Congratulations, Bushka. You've got your marksman's medal. And they go into the smoke, so we just leave them alone. And I'm more worried about just this overlook here, making sure that this guy is kept entertained and that he knows that I'm thinking about him. I don't even have to knock him. Like, it's not important. And that's his mate at the back on the tree, who is in another squad, who's hitting at me with a Mini 14. I think this is amazing. This is brilliant. So I've got 2 guys way out to the west. I've got 2 guys here with me, and then another guy, and there's a dude missing somewhere. There's at least 2 guys out to the west. And this guy's just bleeding out. His squad mate's bleeding out, and he's not going to help him. The zone is about to push in. There's 34 seconds left. I'm just looking. There he goes. He's bled out. And these guys start engaging me from all the way out there. Not interested. What I'm going to do now is run the car down the middle of the map between these 2 guys, these 2 squads. So there is 2 guys on my right. There's 3 guys on my left. maybe 2. Watch this. Straight under the guns, into the middle of the circle, behind the mounds, lie down, med up, and let these guys just wreck each other. I caught one just there as I stand up from the back. That's desync. That was from the guys running across the field. Like, I was down when that hit. Servers have been horrific lately. Don't want to waste all my stuff, so I just chuck a couple of smokes inside the circle, smoked up, in cover. Look at them all. Belting the crap out of one another. My boosts are taking me up. That's fine. See if there's anyone out. And I told you I was just shooting so poorly. Get him knocked. Don't want to thirst him up. Leave him alone. Reload. See if I can't get a couple of hits into this bloke over here. Make him move. Excellent. He's damaged. His vest is hurt. Still a bloke out in the field. Someone's died at the zone. I'm feeling pretty comfy. And this is PUBG Mobile when it's played for keeps. When you want to make sure that you get the win, that you use your brain, that tactically you keep making smart, sound decisions, and you don't leave yourself open for stupid mistakes. You can see there's someone shooting over there. They've still got a look at each other. I see this last bloke who we've been dealing with for a while now. He nearly gets me. He hits me in the vest, and I don't have a vest, basically, which is what hurts so much. But that's cool. We saved our last med kit. We didn't waste it when we went down with the car. We let our boosts do the work. So we've saved our last med kit. We've run the resources absolutely right to the edge. I told you before I wasn't shooting. Well, watch this. I mean, that is just atrocious. I can't remember the last time I missed that much on a spray, but we don't miss it twice. That's it, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed that one. Still managed to just eke out 7 kills, played it smart, played it clever, shot it like a potato, and still came away with the victory on Miramar. I'm Bushka. Look after yourselves. I hope you enjoyed that one, playing it like it's worth $1 million. Until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.